Good morning, dear viewers. Welcome to DD News Meghalaya. You're watching Breakfast News. Grab a cup of coffee or tea as we bring you the headlines. Heavy rain brings Meghalaya-Assam corridor to standstill as flooding landslide disrupt NH6 traffic. Tripura launches first fully paperless civil hospital in Agartala, paving way for digital healthcare revolution. Maharashtra railway network gets major boost with rupees 484 crore infrastructure projects across 6 districts. Deadly Bangkok pub inferno claims 27 lives, leaves 63 injured as rescue operations continue. And now the news in detail. First, the local news. Heavy rainfall on Sunday brought normal life to standstill along the Khanapara-Jorabat stretch of National Highway 6 as widespread flooding and a landslide caused major disruption. Several low-lying areas including Birnihat, Umphair, Jorabat, Monsmai, Baridua, Killing and Khanapara was submerged with floodwaters entering the shops and forcing business owners to rush their goods to safety. A roadside landslide also partially buried a parked vehicle under soil and debris. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. Residents once again blamed the recurring flooding on inadequate road drains along the NHAI managed highway, alleging that the existing drainage system is unable to cope with the heavy rainfall. The flooding triggered hours-long traffic congestion, leaving hundreds of commuters stranded, and renewing calls for improved drainage infrastructure and permanent flood mitigation measures along crucial Meghalaya-Assam corridor. Moving on to the regional news. Tripura launches first fully paperless digital healthcare with the inauguration of the state's first fully paperless civil hospital in Agartala. Chief Minister Manik Shah launched the facility, calling the beginning of a new chapter in Tripura's healthcare system. He said the hospital is a pilot project and will be developed into a full-fledged modern healthcare center. Equipped with paperless digital services, the hospital offers OPDs, minor and general surgeries, ENT, medicine, gynecology and mother and child care under one roof. The Chief Minister said that the initiative is a part of the state's integrated health system aimed at providing modern, accessible and quality health care, especially for economic weaker section.
Selective basis major এবং মাইনর দুটোই খোলা থাকবে। এখন পর্যন্ত আমার কাছে যা লেবার রুম এখানে আছে, লেবার রুম এখানে তৈরি আছে, এই ডেলিভারি হবে আস্তে আস্তে করে এটাকে ডেভেলপ করবো আমরা। আরো যেসব জায়গাগুলো এখানে আছে এগুলো ওরা যখন ছেড়ে দেয়, পাসপোর্ট অফিস আছে আমাদের, যে আরবিআই আছে, ওরা ওদের জায়গাও দেওয়া হয়েছে, ওরা যখন চলে যাবে আরো এটা এক্সটেনশন হবে, মানে একটা ফুল ফ্লেজেড একটা হসপিটাল এবং মডার্নাইজ একটা হসপিটাল, কর্পোরেট স্টাইলে হবে সেটা।
Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has stressed that the technology is key to combating drug trafficking, saying border fencing alone cannot stop the illegal trade. Speaking at the state-level drugs disposal program, the Chief Minister said smugglers are increasingly using drones and other advanced methods to transport narcotics across borders. He emphasized the need for drone detection systems, surveillance technology and smarter enforcement strategies to effectively tackle the evolving drug network. The Chief Minister added that while border fencing is important, the fight against drugs requires a technology-driven and multi-layered approach.
You need technology to intercept the drone. You know technology to know when drone is fired. So I think fencing is one part, but the technology, the strategy used by the drugs traffickers are much more deeper than the fencing. So fencing will give you a physical barrier, but you have to create barrier against drone, personal movement of the people. You have to develop strategy, you have to develop instrument, so that you can see without touching the person, you can see if those kind of materials are there with you, and you have to develop human intelligence. So in short, fencing will help us, but it is not the final solution. You need to go more deeper. Yes, this will help us in establishing forward and backward linkages, because once we normally arrest the trafficker, and the trafficker will be a very simple person, but from his mobile, from his movement, from his interrogation, you have to develop forward and backward linkages.
And now the national news. Maharashtra's rail infrastructure has received a major boost with the inauguration of 4 rail overbridge, 1 rail underbridge and 4 underpasses built at the cost of rupees 484 crore. The projects were inaugurated at a program in Nagpur under the initiative of Ministry of Railways and the Maharashtrian government. The new connectivity projects span Amravati, Chandrapur, Sangli, Nashik, Satara and Nagpur, improving road-rail movement across the state. The initiative is a part of a mission to create level crossing-free railways, enhancing commuter convenience and significantly improving safety by reducing accidents at railway crossings.
आता कृष्णाभाऊंना कोंबडा कसा मारायचा, कोळी मारायचा आणि केव्हा मारायचा याचं चांगलं ज्ञान आहे. खरं म्हणजे त्यांच्या प्रयत्नांमुळे पूर्व नागपूरमध्ये आता मोठी मोठी उड्डाणपुलं पुढच्या 2-4 महिन्यात उद्घाटनाला येणार आहे. पूर्व नागपूर एक प्रगतिशील आणि त्याचबरोबर शैक्षणिक संस्थांचं माहेरघर झालेलं आहे. सिम्बॉसिस, नर्सिंग मुंगजी सारख्या वर्ल्ड युनिव्हर्सिटी आल्या. कचऱ्यापासून सीएनजी गॅस तयार करण्याचा प्रकल्प सुरू झाला. एवढंच नाही तर पूर्व नागपूरमध्ये अनेक ठिकाणी पाण्याच्या टाक्या तयार करून पाण्याची व्यवस्था 24 तास पाणी देण्याचं काम देखील कृष्णाभाऊंनी या मतदार क्षेत्रात केलं. त्यांनी केलेलं कार्य यावर जनतेने प्रेम व्यक्त केलं आणि पूर्व नागपूरमधून भारतीय जनता पार्टीला 26 नगरसेवक मिळवून दिले. हे खरं म्हणजे खूप अभिमानाची गोष्ट आहे. आज या ठिकाणी देवेंद्रजींच्या हस्ते आपण महाराष्ट्रातले अनेक उड्डाणपुलाचं उद्घाटन केलं. जसं कृष्णाभाऊ चांगलं काम करतात तसं आपल्या महारेलचे जयस्वाल साहेब देखील चांगलं काम करतात.
The third BRICS Transport Ministers meeting has concluded in Nagpur under the India's BRICS Chairship 2026 with the unanimous adoption of a ministerial declaration. The four-day meeting focused on strengthening cooperation among BRICS nations in sustainable transport, logistics, decarbonization, urban mobility, sustainable aviation fuel, circular infrastructure and railway research. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari, who chaired the meeting, thanked participating countries for their support and successful conclusion of the talks. India is observing a one-day national mourning today, July 13th, following the demise of former Qatar Emir and father Amir Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani. The national flag is flying at half-mast across government buildings, including Parliament of India, with no official entertainment programs being held during the mourning period. The decision announced by the Ministry of External Affairs reflects the strong and long-standing ties between India and Qatar. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tribute to the late Qatari leader, describing him as visionary statesman who played a key role in Qatar's development and strengthened friendship with India. News across the globe. A tragic fire at a popular pub in Bangkok's Jujak district has claimed at least 27 lives and left 63 others injured. The blaze broke out late on Sunday night, July 12, 2026, at the Rong Bear Nalat Prao pub, triggering a massive emergency response. Bangkok Governor Chutchat Sittipan said 22 injured victims are in critical conditions and undergoing treatment at local hospitals. Authorities are investigating the cause of deadly fire as rescue and relief operations continue. Venezuela is facing a massive humanitarian crisis after twin earthquakes struck the country on June 24th. According to National Assembly President George Rodriguez, the death toll has risen to 4,333, while more than 16,700 people have been injured. Authorities said over 6,400 people have been rescued, but nearly 17,000 residents have been left homeless following the disaster. The Venezuelan government is preparing a major rehabilitation drive, estimating the need for around 25,000 new homes for displaced families. And now in sports. Jovai emerged as the overall champion of the third West Jaintia Hills District Wushu Championship 2026, winning an impressive 14 gold medals at the two-day tournament held at Chutwaku Indoor Sports Hall Auditorium. Organized by West Jaintia Hills District Wushu Association, the championship featured 110 athletes from schools across the district, competing in Sanda and Taulau events. The museum team finished as the first runners-up with 9 gold medals, while Senraj School secured the second runners-up spot with 7 gold medals. Advisor to the sports department, Elide Mickey Suting, presented the overall champion trophy to Jovai team during the closing ceremony, congratulating the athletes for their outstanding performances and promoting the growth of Wushu in the region.
Red is the winner. Siap kumena wau yo, ye pigi players, lani ki participants ki wam, kani ka sab ka talan, yo lutia na pi, umi ki nong chong chnong, umi ki nong kit kam, umi ki nong chong chnong ki wa khalan na ka jingmot je barkhat, ki wo yarap le, ya ki bitawal ki khan khandro, wa ki lok ki jor ki yong i. Kermena na pi, uye bi we ka nuksa ka yong pi. Saka chnong ka thao, ka imlang ka salang, waga yung gasam ka yung pi. War haperti tele, dang yuam to dohan baya, kini ki wushu players, ki wam ne ka chanmit, to dohan ka sport, MP, lani chimbentabi, ni yo Ronaldo, chini tajuai wan. Siyaw kamena waki fans, ki yung Ronaldo, ki yung Messi, le amlang ki ne ka chanmit. Siyaw kuble pi, wam eman bias pi, wayo wa pi mtodo kaniga sport chimbentabi, andre yo le wa MP ka mansim, ko hakimi to an discipline le, yo ye amlang pi maya lang pi, awang kamte, kaniga sport kaniga discipline ko pi chimbentabi, focus agani, andre hakimi le mau dam chimbenta, nei pha man go. Ka chat ka khia man go ka sab ka talan ka wa piu blai am iu pi.
India has delivered a golden performance on the global stage, with all 5 students winning gold medals at the 56th International Physics Olympiad 2026 held in Bucaramanga, Colombia. The champions are Kanishk Jain from Pune, Ridesh Anant Bendale from Indore, Rishit Garg from New Delhi, Shrisht Suraiya from Mumbai, and Swarit Joshi from Ahmedabad. With a clean sweep of 5 gold medals, India secured the joint top position alongside Russia, China, Kazakhstan, South Korea and Taiwan among 380 participants from 87 countries. The achievement highlights the success of India's Olympiads program led by Homi Bhabha Centre for Science Education under the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. The first Bishnupur District Olympiad Games 2026 have concluded in Manipur with a grand closing ceremony at Chengai Lampak Moirang, organized by the District Administration Bishnupur and Bishnupur District Olympic Association. The 5-day sporting event featured 16 disciplines and witnessed participation from around 1,500 athletes. The closing ceremony was attended by Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla, Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand Singh, Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Govind Das Konthaujam and other dignitaries. The inaugural district-level Olympiads marked a major push towards promoting grassroots sports talent in Manipur. Now let's take a look at the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 30 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 76%. Rainfall 14.3 millimeters. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 19 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 25 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 88%, rainfall 9.5 millimeters. Meanwhile, in Dubai, minimum temperature 20 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 78%, rainfall 6.4 millimeters. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Dubai says moderate rain with thunderstorm likely at many places. Let's take a recap of the headlines. Heavy rain brings Meghalaya-Assam corridor to standstill as flooding, landslide disrupt NH6 traffic. Tripura launches first fully paperless civil hospital in Agartala, paving way for digital healthcare revolution. Maharashtra Railway Network gets major boost with rupees 484 crore infrastructure projects across 6 districts. And deadly Bangkok pub inferno claims 27 lives, leaves 63 injured as rescue operations continue. Thank you for watching the Breakfast News. Stay tuned as we bring you the Khasi News Bulletin up next. You can also follow us on our social media platforms for the latest news updates. This is Naveli Singh signing off. Until then, have a wonderful day and don't forget to take care of yourself. Goodbye.